Hi guys, and welcome to the live launch of something that we have had in the shop for 4 months.
Yep. Genuinely, we cannot wait. It feels like ages since we've done a live launch. I don't know why. It feels like forever. But this is such a good one to get back and kick them back off with.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to say, if this is your first live launch, welcome along. If you are watching on the 1914 pages, you're going to see a very familiar face. We're very excited that we are joined by the legend very soon. But essentially tonight we are launching a brand new magic item, of course the Shadow 2, right now. Now this is a worldwide launch. It's only been available if you visited us in our store, put my teeth in properly, or at Magic Live. It's been unavailable elsewhere. You cannot get it anywhere else. But tonight, you will be able to. It's in stock in our USA store. It's in stock in our UK store. And remember, of course, because we've got the 1914, if you live in America and you order from the 1914 site, it will be shipped from our USA distribution place by the legend Chris James, just to let you know. All right?
Yeah. So basically, we're at about 7:15, we are going to drop the trailer. We've got a live performance as well, that we recorded earlier on, so you can see it in action. But I will say, if you love the Shadow and you love Peak Wallets, this is a game changer, without a shadow of a doubt. What Dee has designed here is incredible. I first saw a video of this around about 3 to 4 years ago. I think Dee will correct us on that if I'm wrong. And I was waiting for it to come out, so I was very happy when we purchased in 1914 to see that this was something that was still there that we could bring out.
Without a doubt.
But what I will say as well, if you are new to peaking, and we're going to discuss this a little bit later, but if you are new to peaking, there is no better wallet to use. Like literally there isn't. It's absolutely incredible. And when we show people it here in the shop and we actually give it to them, it was the same as Magic Live. We gave it to them, they handled it, they activated it, deactivated it, and a lot of them, their comments were, I don't know how you can get the batteries in there, it's so thin.
Yeah. It's genuine, and that's when people have it in their hands. It's genuinely incredible. But we will drop the trailer at 7:15. Should we introduce the main man?
Let's do it.
Let's go for it. Right. Very excited to be joined by a super special guest.
This is us here with the legend and the OG of the 1914, Dee Christopher. He's still there. Oh, we're getting a little. I think it's because we're streaming out to 4 different people. Let's hope he's there. Yeah, you seem to be there now.
I'm here.
You are there.
just about.
So, how are you, mate? What have you been up to since selling up the 1914? I mean, I know, but tell everyone what's going on.
Yeah, so I'm part of the core cast in a show called The Magician's Table here in London. And it's, sort of an immersive magic experience based around the memorial service of a recently deceased carnival owner and magician called Dieter Rotterberg. Lots of great magic, lots of great story. And we do that anything from 5 to 10 shows a week. So that's pretty much my entire life, aside from when me and my wife collapse for 3 days a week when we have days off.
It's such a good show. I mean, I would recommend everyone go and see it. I've been twice. Jenny booked me it for Christmas for me and her to come down and watch a show. I enjoyed it so much that I then booked a table to bring the whole family. It's such an amazing night out. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, the cocktails are fantastic as well. I'm sure you enjoy, Pete.
Yeah,
I do think if you're in the UK, I know there's one in America now, isn't there? But if you are in the UK, it's definitely worth going to, because I feel like that's exactly the experience you want to give someone who likes a bit of magic, you know, because they get to see close-up magic, all different styles, all different varieties, but you're still relaxed, you know, you're sat so close, but you're still with your peers. I just think it's the perfect layout. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
Really
interesting
good.
being a stage performer because it's essentially close-up magic, but the way it's all laid out, it feels more
Oh, well, we hope we
like
can
a
get.
parlour performance.
Oh, sorry, mate. You keep sort of cutting out and coming back in. And even Dee's shocked by that. Here he is. He's back. So, Dee, are you still there?
Yeah, let
Oh, he's having a.
Do you know
me
what?
see if I can.
I don't know if it's mine or yours.
I'm
Well, it seems to be
just
all right. At this, oh, there we go. Anyway, guys, what I will say is obviously the trailer's going to be launched at 7:15, and that way it will be put live on the 1914 website and on Alakazam's website. So head over there, obviously, once the trailer's on, have a look at it. But you can ask any questions you like. Obviously, we are joined by the creator himself, Dee Christopher, so he can talk you through sort of the idea of coming out of it and how it sort of expanded on the original Shadow Wallet. Because I know some of you, a lot of you in fact, when we're at conventions, pull out your wallet if you're going to buy something, and chances are it's an assassin, an orphic, or a Shadow Wallet. You know, quite a lot of the time it's one of those three. So if you are a Shadow Wallet owner, then it's definitely worth staying tuned and have a look at the additions, because it's not just the peak that's changed in here, I will say that.
Yeah, but the peak is a game changer.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you cannot. The only thing you can compare this to realistically is some sort of electronic device without being electronic. I mean, it's so clever, but all will be revealed in a bit. We'll answer any questions you may have. Honestly, it's so good. We're super excited to finally be bringing this to market, and it wasn't an easy thing to do. We'll explain to you what's going on with the gimmick after we see the trailer as well, and that whole manufacturing process wasn't easy. Like you said, you were given a lead time of, what was it, 6 months, 9 months?
6 to 9 months initially.
Crazy.
Yeah,
This was
usually everything that we used to do with 1914, you'd be talking 25 to 35 days.
yeah.
So it was a long wait.
Well,
to
we
say the
pushed
least.
a button on this literally within a week of purchasing the 1914. So we pushed a button. So that would have been early
December, I guess.
and we got them in beginning of June.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, it wasn't far off what you were quoted.
Yeah, bad times.
I think the good thing is, obviously, you had this, right? And you had a prototype years and years ago, like 4 years ago, was it? And I think the crazy thing in
Yeah.
Magic is it moves so fast now, but there has been, well, I can think of one thing, but it's a completely different method that's even does something nearly similar, but I think this is so streamlined, you know, and that we'll talk about that in just a moment. It's completely different, but it's good that there's been nothing else that's come out like it in those 4 years.
Well, yeah, it is true. And the other thing as well that's clever about this is I saw we put up a teaser recently and people were going, oh, it's a so-and-so in a wallet. It's not just a so-and-so in a wallet. What Dee has done has created this so-and-so, so your wallet can function as a real wallet. You can have it in your back pocket. You can, bow it open. I mean, we're going to talk more about this, and you'll see more about this on the trailer. But you can use this as your wallet. You can have it in your back pocket, your front pocket, wherever you want, and it's not going to damage the gimmick that Dee designed.
That was the hardest thing. Yeah, like because the original version of Masuda's gimmick that we use in this was like a hard, brittle plastic, which is good, robust for what he designed it for. But we had to take it down a completely different route to make it viable to be in a wallet, especially with the other features, because you don't want one piece to interfere with the others. But we'll talk about that later on, because I guess you'll want to press play on the trailer in about 5 minutes, and I think
Yeah.
it's probably longer than a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah. But we will be answering any questions after the trailer drops. So if you've got any questions about it, we're going to be transparent. We're going to tell you what it is. We're going to show you what it is. Because I know that anyone that does any form of mentalism, any form of mind reading, wants to get into it, wants to do peaks. This thing is, I use this word a lot when I speak about the Shadow 2, and I truly mean it. It is a game changer. And I got interviewed by Craig Petty, actually, before we went to Magic Live, and he was talking about what we're going to have there. And I mentioned the Shadow 2. And I spoke about, I can't remember, Dee, whether it was you that sent me the video about 3 or 4 years ago, or whether it was just doing the rounds and someone went, have a look at this. And
I think I sent it to you, like just to see, because I sent it to a lot of people to find out if there was anything similar, or is there any notes, and because that was the key thing when you take something that was as successful as Razor and superseded it with Shadow, and then when you're doing a second version of Shadow, it really needs to be worth doing a second version. So I spoke to many people on what do you like, what do you hate, what could be improved, and yeah, that's kind of around the time I probably sent that in to you. Yeah, just to get thoughts,
Yeah. I know when I saw it, I'll be honest with you, Dee, I was pretty annoyed. Because at the time, you just look at something and you go, oh, flip, this is good.
Yeah.
And for someone that creates peak quality,
it's also
to see something that you think, wow, this can change everything. It was just one of those things. Right, you're buffering again, my friend. So do you know what? I think we should drop the trailer.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we can talk a bit more freely about it. And guys, remember, whilst the trailer's live, we will be setting the product live on the website. So on 1914.com and on Alakazam. So
I will say as well, I'm not sure whether the dropping out is because we're streaming to 4 locations. It's the first time we've done that. So I'm going to cut the stream to the 1914 YouTube and to the 1914 Facebook. So if you want to continue watching, go to the Alakazam Facebook or YouTube and pick us up on there. So I'm going to cut the streams there. Hopefully that will give a better stream coming in. So shall we drop the trailer?
Yeah, let's go for it.
It is right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the Shadow 2.
Hello there, Dee Christopher here at the Magician's Table in London. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk to you about my new wallet, Shadow 2. In the 5 years since the original Shadow wallet was released, I've been quietly improving each one of the features, gathering notes from friends at conventions, and developing a brand new cloaking mechanism alongside the legendary Masuda. While you will still receive all of the gaps required to do my thought of card in wallet, I've now expanded the index to 12 ounce, which opens up different possibilities, the ability to do star sign predictions, hours of the day, and many other things. And on the index is now face-to-face, which means it's much easier to slide a card into the peak section, and the index will still hide in between banknotes that you've got in this main section of the wallet. So let's talk about the main event, the peak. Over the last few years, Masuda and I have been developing a brand new version of his WoW gimmick. This version is completely flexible, so you can squeeze the wallet to access the index without damaging anything. It can be switched on and off from the middle through this little thumb hole. It locks in each position, so you're not going to go too far or too far back. And it creates a perfect view of whatever is placed inside this front pocket here. Shadow 2 comes in 2 different colorways. It comes in the executive sleek black leather and also in the edgier, more robust Crazy Horse leather, which will develop a beautiful patina through the years of use you will get out of this tool. This is the ultimate minimalist mentalist wallet, now perfected. This is Shadow 2. Get yours now at your favorite 1914 dealer. And I guess now for me, it's showtime.
So there we go. That is the trailer of the Shadow 2. We're also joined over there by Emilio.
Hello.
And, the amazing Jamie Dawes.
Hello, hello.
Look at that. So Jamie has got, Jamie and Emilio have got some shadows there, so we will show you them with the overhead in a moment. Guys, so just that you, so you know, we've cut the stream to the 1914 on their YouTube and Facebook, so hopefully you're all joining us on Alakazam now. But the product is now live on our website. Now there are 3 options you can choose. You can choose the Crazy Horse Brown or the black, but we do have another variant which is the gimmick by itself. Now the gimmick by itself is only really valuable to you if you own the Shadow 2 because of the design of the Shadow 2, but it means you can have a spare gimmick or whatever. So a lot of people that have already bought it said, you know, can we get hold of a spare gimmick? So we are making them readily available for you on the site.
So Dee, lot of positive comments in here, of course. It's been crazy. So now people have seen it. Talk us through the differences between this and the original Shadow.
Well, I have one of each right here.
Very prepared.
Yeah, so this is the original Shadow wallet. Let me get this out here. It looks like that. And when you pop it open, you've got an index in there. With Shadow 2, you'll notice straight away there is a thumb hole on the back, and that's where you activate the gimmick to turn the peak on and off, which you probably can't see on this screen because of the reflection. But also, inside here, there are 2 indexes face to face. Now, this is quite important. The reason that that there is a face-to-face index rather than layering them is, as I mentioned, I spoke to a lot of people about comments, what could be improved. Some people struggled with if they weren't hiding the index in between like bills or banknotes, which is what it was designed for. Sliding cards in here, it could get caught on one of the cards. So yeah, having a face-to-face index means you've got access to now 12 outs, but you've also got a perfectly smooth back here. So it just means you can haphazardly throw that in, or even have somebody else put the business card or whatever you're using in there. But because of the build-up of the index, is still very, very flat, and it will hide in between a banknote either side, further shielding it. Also, having 12 outs, as I mentioned in that little pitch in the trailer, it opens up the ability to predict someone's star sign or perhaps an hour of the day. But if you're doing my thought of card, which only requires 6 outs, you can now lay them out in such a way that they are even more hidden because they'll be down at the bottom of the index, and it might make it easier for some people to grab. But yeah, so those are the main differences. The size is almost identical. The wallet looks pretty much identical. It's just we've supercharged every feature in this. So that, my friends, is the kind of the key differences. but I don't know how deep you want to go into the peaking mechanism. So
we'll show it. We'll show it on the overhead in a minute so people can see it, because there's a couple of really nice things about the peak system itself, and one is the way that you and Masuda have created it means it's very minimal movement to activate it. It is literally like pressing a switch. It's incredible. A question just come in from Lee. Is it easy enough for a casual hobbyist who has never used a Peak wallet before? This is what I was saying earlier. I think, let's be honest, I've been using Peak wallets for many years. I know Dee has. And to me, opening a wallet is not an issue. I can cover that in presentation, patter and everything else. Never been an issue, and I think that's because the first wallet I created, I did have to open the wallets to the Peak. But I totally understand that a lot of people are worried about reopening the wallet. The one thing that always made me uncomfortable with any sort of peaking system was when it used privacy filter, because as soon as I could see it, which is great, I was always worried that they could. Even though I know they couldn't, in my mind, because I'm just staring at it, I was always worried about it. Mm-hmm. Now, the great thing about the Shadow 2 is it's literally off. No one can see anything until the moment you want to see it, then you can see it, and then suddenly it's off again. I don't think there's any better Peak wallet for a beginner, as well as a professional.
I think what is also great about it as well is because of full Peak, there's no restrictions. You've got a full sight of everything. Because you can clearly show it being completely blacked out so you can't see anything, you've got all the time in the world because they've seen what you're looking at, yet you've now changed it. Not only is it great for a Peak, but like Chris James says here, he uses it for a great signed card to impossible location, because essentially you can show it be completely blank, and then as you put it in their hand, you activate it, and now there's a card in there. So if you get them to sign the back of it or anything like that, it's so versatile. But yeah, it's genuinely incredible. Even having it in your hand, just to sit there and play with it, like it looks like a screen because it just goes bang. You get a full Peak, and then the tiniest movement, bang, completely black. It's incredible. It's so good.
Yeah, and I've been using it recently, especially in the shop, for doing Craig Petty's Charged Up. So, I do the first bit, the cards go between their hands. Mm-hmm. I show the wallet empty, I tap their hands. When I come out, the credit card's now in the wallet. And it's vanished from their hands, And you can make things appear, disappear, but its main primary function, obviously what Dee designed it for, was the Peak. I'm going to bring the other guys in as well with the overhead, so we can give you, are you guys...
Yep, sorry. Let's have a look. Also, I will say this still comes supplied with the thin misindex card, so you can do the thought of card, so you still get that with it. So if you need refills of them at all, it does come with that. But like Dee said, it does have the extra slots in there as well if you want to do other stuff, like short list. Obviously, you can do that routine with it. Tons of stuff.
Yeah, and I will say as well, using Dee's index, I'm basically doing a version of Inferno. So I've only got 2 folded cards. I've got the 2 queens.
The beauty is you could have 2 different tricks in there if they require 6 or less.
Yeah.
And also like one of my favourite sort of cards in wallet of all time is Kenton Nepper's Colossal Killer.
Yeah.
Which I believe should fit in there as well. I'm trying to count the cards.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's 12. It's 12 cards. Yeah. No, it isn't. It's 16.
16. Well, in that case, you can put the extra ones in the middle.
Yeah.
In between.
I
will just quickly say Nancy said on here, they already have the Shadow wallet, but if they buy only the GAF, will they have access to tutorial? So the GAF will not work with the original Shadow because of the sizing. Will it? It's not going to work. There's no thumb hole or anything.
Oh, there's no. Yeah, you would have to start cutting about your shadow and.
Yeah, I mean that's how I made the original prototype. Was from an old shadow wallet, but it looked like garbage.
Yeah.
So unless you invest in the correct punches and then the gimmick on top of that, which, to be honest, for the amount that would cost, you're better off just buying the full unit.
Yeah, and then you're getting the extra index in there as well. And I think the size now is slightly big.
It's tiny, yeah, a little bit bigger, yeah. Not by much though. It's still, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the window portion is marginally bigger. It's also like looking at the old one and the new one. Evidently, the people that manufacture these wallets for us have upped their skill game because they look, they look much better as far as production goes. So
like I said, we're joined over there as well by Emilio and Jamie. So we will. They've got the Shadow 2 there, so we'll go over there and have a little look see.
Hang on.
Hold up. And also, I will just say, this is not a pre-order. This is now live, and it is exclusive to the 1914.com and Alakazam, so it will not be available anywhere else. The reason is, like Dee was saying, to get the actual gimmicks made takes ages. So, as per what it seems like a lot at the moment, we do not have tons, but we've got a decent amount, but we don't have enough to obviously send elsewhere because I know for a fact they're going to be snapped up and it takes so long to get more. But they are available now, so any that are ordered will be sent tomorrow if you're in the UK and rest of the world. And if you're in America, they may be sent today. If not, they'll probably be sent tomorrow as well. But yeah, thank you so much. And a shout out to Mark who said, just ordered. Thanks for offering it in Crazy Horse.
And the Crazy Horse is beautiful. My personal one is a Crazy Horse and it is lovely. So they are the two wallets there. Shall I come in a bit closer on those?
Yeah, let's have a look. Are they the two? Are they both Shadow 2s?
They are indeed.
Dee, are you able just to hold up the Shadow Original and the Shadow 2? Because someone's just asked for the size comparison. You're not really going to be able to see it on screen, to be fair.
It's marginal.
Yeah,
like it's literally a millimeter.
Yeah.
But it just allows for, because the special gimmick that provides the cloaking, we had to make sure that it absolutely fit perfectly inside of the window. So yeah, it's negligible the size, but it's worth bearing in mind.
Yeah, lovely. I love the fact it's just one bit there. There's no opening. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing to open, close. It's just all in that one unit. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, it was, a conscious decision to start making one-piece wallets because those were the kind of wallets I was using. And at the time, when I first did the Razor wallet, many, many years ago now, there was no other one-piece wallets. Everything was some form of bifold, even if it was a really small one. So yeah, I kind of took that on my own shoulders and tried to make wallets that looked like the wallets that I was using anyway.
Yeah. So this is, Jamie's got the black one there, so you can see. Jamie, show us activate it. Let's keep an eye on.
I'm going to put it full screen quick.
Yeah. So have a look at this. So there's your peak, non-activated, and that's it.
And
that's non-activated. Obviously, that's activated. And it's a minimal movement. Look how far his thumb's going.
Can you also spin that 360? Because it's not you can see that it's not an angle thing, but if you keep it off and turn it all the way around, you cannot see anything, right? You can't see. There's nowhere to see it. It's great. And then, like you said, as soon as you want to do it, just give it a little flick. Perfect.
Now, the other thing, Jamie, if you show us, because the actual peak doesn't go behind that window. It actually goes into the wallet here. If you show the Crazy Horse, because we've got that fake credit card in there as well, and I usually have a few notes in front of that credit card. So what's happening is we've got a credit card there which we've cut off and we put acetate on it. So that acts as a credit card, but now the peak card goes behind that. So now it's wedged between the card, your money, and you still get your peak. Now, if you want to, there was a question about how does it fare in bad light. I've never had a problem with it, but if the lighting is really bad, you can actually put
we'll turn the house lights off, then you can see it.
Yeah.
So this will be, so if you turn the house lights off, Emilio, so this is bright light and this is a low light.
Yeah.
And you can still see it absolutely perfectly.
The other thing is as well, remember that's in the back of the wallet. If worse comes to worse, you can put it behind the screen that will make it even a bit brighter. So it will go directly behind the screen because there is a pocket there. But I don't think you need it. And the other thing is as well, is because of the design of the wallet and you're in complete control, the one thing I've always said about peaking, and like I said, I've been doing it for years, I've studied peaking, and the one thing I say about it is never rush it. You've got no need to rush it. If your performance and your patter is there, you've got no need to rush. I've been in gigs before where I've had to go back to a wallet 2 or 3 times to find out what they've written. And because of the presentation, it just flies by.
Yeah.
But you don't have to rush. You know, you take your time.
The other thing as well, because it's such a minimal movement, if you are going to get a card chosen and it appears in there, let's just say you link it with Charged Up, for example, or one card in my pocket, if any card vanishes from the pack that's chosen, then as you turn it over, it's completely dark. It doesn't even look like you do anything. You now just give it a little slide, and now there'll be a full playing card in there, which you can then remove, and then that'll be the thought of cards. So there's so many possibilities for it. But yeah, it looks electronic. It's that clean, and it just pops. It's so clear.
Someone's just said, does it take batteries or is it rechargeable?
Well, there you go.
No batteries, no need to charge anything.
Nothing
also,
electronic.
It's brilliant.
I avoid electronic.
There is a question here that says, I don't use a Sharpie, I use a space pen. I don't know what a space pen is, but will that show through the peak window?
It certainly will. So I actually lost my Fisher space pen the other day, so I need to buy another one. I think I left it in someone's hands and walked off. But yeah, it's essentially a Fisher space pen. It was designed in the US for astronauts, so it will write on anything, and that's what I recommend to write on the 1914 billets, because it just looks like a normal biro, but it won't smudge. It'll write perfectly, even if they've only got one card in their hand and it's bending all over the place. So yeah, it'll work perfectly. I mean, the gridding on the gimmick that allows it to work is so fine that you can see. I'm sure I've got a pencil somewhere. If I can find a pencil, I will write something on pencil, and you'll still be able to see it. It's like the inside of the wallet. It has like a clear window, so there is no cast like there would be with certain fabrics. It's just a clear plastic window, and then you've got your wow, and then you've got another clear plastic window. So as long as you can see it through a clear piece of plastic, you'll be able to see it through the filter that we've designed.
It seems like the square, because the actual gimmick's almost like a checkerboard, isn't it? So it overlaps and goes back. But it feels like they are so small because
they are.
When you activate it, it's like there's nothing there. It's so your brain just blocks them out. It's very clever.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a question here. I must admit, I don't truly understand the question. It says, I'm just curious, what is the justification of using the on-off peak feature? There is no justification because your spectator will never know.
Yeah,
I presume that's what you're...
Yeah, you could have nothing in the wallet, and then it would just be visible out the back. However, that leaves you open to people seeing exactly what you're doing. The advantage with using some kind of cloaking mechanism, whether it's a filter or in this case something much better than a filter, you can drop the wallet on the table after the card has gone in there with the window facing up, and no one will be able to see anything. Then when you pick it up to perhaps take out another card to write upon, that's the only motion you need, is just to pick it up, take something out, or put it in your pocket or whatever. Like the way that I use the wallet, if you're looking for justifications of using a Peak wallet, the main routine that I use this for is a variation on Bob Cassidy's Name and Place, where you have two people each holding a card, a billet, a business card, whatever it is. One person writes a name, one person writes a place. They're mixed up. As soon as you touch one of them, it's out of play. So you put that back in your wallet, it goes over there. Then you can reveal whose card is left in play, what it says. And then even though that card is long forgotten, the other one, in Bob's case, he burns it, so it doesn't exist, but you can't do that in walk around. You then got the opportunity to reveal the other thought as well, even though there's nothing in play that you could be seeing. So yeah, like Name and Place is definitely something to have a look at. We've got a Name and Place coming out with Alakazam at some point in the near future.
Which, funnily enough, is both mine and Jamie's favourite routine at the moment.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I think if a card has come out of the wallet and you need to get it out of play, it going back in the wallet and the wallet being tossed down on the table is perfectly justifiable.
Yeah.
Well, I've got there is we filmed a very basic live performance earlier on me doing it on Michaela that works with us. Now, Michaela hadn't seen it. What was that, Harry?
This was just a quick one. I think it was Joe about a vegan option. Essentially, obviously, with anything leather work and obviously non-leather work, vegan leather, there are minimum order quantities. And I know a couple of feedback in terms of the Shadow 1 was the carbon fibre one was a little bit stiffer and stuff like that. And so just due to demand, it's sometimes hard to offer that option because you have to get a minimum amount. If there's obviously a high demand for that, then it's definitely something we can look into. But yeah, at the moment, it's just in the classic black and the crazy horse. But like I said, if there is enough demand for it, that warrants obviously a run of it, because obviously we have to get a whole run, then that is definitely something we'll look into. You know, we want to supply what it is you're looking for.
Right, so let's take a quick look at this performance.
There was a follow-up question as well, just before you go into it, just so that they can see it on the thing. So they said the justification to go back to activate it.
Oh.
So they'll see on here that that's not the case.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what they meant about how do you justify going back to trigger the
Okay,
yeah, I get it.
Also, I know you put a playing card in it, didn't you? Someone asked to see that.
Yes,
Will you right to quickly show that?
Yeah, of course we can.
Let me quickly show the overhead. So this now has a card in it. There you go. Beautiful. So again, if you're just, you can show it blank, and as you go to turn it over, it's so simple just to activate it, pop it in a hand, and now there you go. And also, I know it's so silly, but what they're seeing there is what's inside the wallet. So when you remove it, it just looks like you're removing. Do you know what I mean?
It looks like it's just appeared in.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, right. Should we quickly jump and have a look at his performance?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Michaela.
Hello.
We're going to take a journey back in time. So for this, I want you to imagine being at school. Could be primary school, could be secondary school. And I want you to think about someone that you had a connection with. Could be someone you had a crush on. Could be just a friend of yours, but someone that you truly had a connection with back at school.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I want you to imagine, let me give you one of my business cards. I want you to imagine that the teacher is going to walk up to the blackboard and they're going to write this person's name big and bold on the blackboard. And I want you to be able to visualise it for me, okay?
Yeah.
And what I'm going to ask you to do is on the back of my card, I want you to write that name. I'm not going to look, but tell me when you're done and then just turn the card face down and hold it in the palm of your hand. But I won't look while you're doing it. And I'll keep talking so you know I'm not listening to anything the pen is doing. But like I said, just make sure that this is a person that you had some sort of connection with. You don't have to still be in touch with them or anything else, but at the time you had a connection with them.
Yeah.
And tell me when you're done.
All done, yeah.
Perfect. In fact, we will take that off you and I'm going to pop that between my money and my credit card. Okay. Now, can you hold your hand out for me and put your other hand on top? Now, this is, was this someone from primary or secondary school?
Primary.
Primary school. Okay, so I want you to imagine maybe being in the classroom. Did you sit next to this person?
I don't think I did actually, no.
Were you in the same class?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to imagine looking at this person for me and see them. Can you remember what they look? Are you still friends now?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, I felt that there was a bit of a strong connection, which doesn't happen if it was someone you were just friends with then.
No,
So
yeah.
imagine this person now.
Yeah.
Okay, can you visualize what this person looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, so focus on an image of this person as if you're standing right opposite. Okay, it's a female.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, imagine the teacher going up to that blackboard and he's going to start writing the name.
Yeah.
Okay, think of a letter in the name and see the teacher. Okay, there's an A in the name, right?
Yeah.
There's an E.
Yeah.
Is it starting? Is that an L? Is it Leah?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Leah?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Have a look at that. And hopefully we get this out. You guys will be able to see. In fact, it is Leah.
My dear friend Leah.
All the way
Yeah.
from primary
All
school.
the way from primary school.
Now that is a connection.
Yeah, she's my dear, dear friend. Yeah.
There you go.
That's brilliant. I loved that.
Nice.
So there you go. So that was just a quick performance of it. But you can see there's no, the justification of picking up the wallet. You can get them to write it down, put it in the wallet, put it down, get them to hold it, put the wallet away. Even in the action of putting it face down and then picking it up and dropping it face up. You've got your peak, you've activated, deactivated, and it's now sitting face up in front of them and they can see nothing. There was a comment here from Mark. I imagine that you could do quite a striking card to wallet with it. I have actually got a card to wallet on the instructions.
Yeah.
And also, I will say, Craig Petty is currently putting together a whole bunch of magic routines for the Shadow 2. And once they're in, they will be added to your accounts as well.
I think the thing with this is, and if you've never done, I know we're joined by a load of people here tonight, so thank you so much for joining. Like I said, if this is your first live launch, welcome along. If you return, then you are the guys that make these fun and worth it. The fact you guys join us live and show support on the night gets us excited as well, especially Dee in this case has been working on this for years. So to finally see it launched and to see it in your hands is fantastic. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us on these as well, because without your support, obviously, none of this is possible. So thank you everyone for joining.
So UK Navy Nige said, in performance, is there a danger that a spectator could inadvertently activate the screen? I very, very, very much doubt that would ever happen.
No, because when I'm holding it here, the amount of surface area it's on the bulk of the wallet.
Yeah.
I'm rubbing that in between my hands,
and
I'm not contacting the filter at all.
Yeah, I have that
you've really got
never.
because there's a slight lip here, which again is it just means that you're able to feel where your finger needs to go to activate the peak on and off, and because of that lip, there is no chance
it's so
no
clever.
chance unless they specifically go like this, which is very unlikely. But yeah, I mean, and also as you saw in Pete's performance, the control of spectators is always really important. He gives them clear, direct instructions. Hold your hand out, put your other hand on top. Done. And then there's nothing that can happen that's untoward. If you are concerned, you could simply flip the wallet over and put it in their hand, window side down. But I mean, it's the way that the wallet's made. It's very, very difficult to activate unless you're specifically trying to activate it.
And I will give you one tip when you're performing any sort of peak or mentalism, is if you are worried about things like that happening, you will amplify that and basically transmit that to your spectator. The fact is, you have to treat this as a wallet. That card is in the wallet. There's no way you can see it. It's out of sight, and that's how you treat the wallet. If you're handling the wallet, I've seen, and I certainly don't want to lecture people, but I remember years ago someone come up to me and said, look, I really need a lesson on the assassin. I've done it 4 or 5 times and I've been caught 4 or 5 times. So I said, fine, he booked a lesson, he came in, and I said, before we start, just perform it on me. So the card went in the wallet, and he literally, I'm not lying, he went, now it's going to go into this wallet. It's a very normal wallet. There's no way I can see what you've written through my wallet. It's a regular wallet. There's nothing wrong with my wallet. And I said to him, why have you not once when I perform the assassin do I mention the word wallet? The card goes in here, we'll place this down. And that's it. And I think when you're performing this sort of magic or mentalism, you just treat it like a wallet, treat it like what it is. Because if you're worried about it, if you're showing magician skill, you then amplify that there's something maybe a bit tricky with something. Whereas it is a wallet. Look, take my business card, right? We'll put it in there so we can't see it. In fact, hold on to it for me. And then you just go into it. Now, there's no heat or there's no focus on that. The focus should always be between the two of you. And I know it sounds like I'm sort of teaching you to suck eggs, but I think it's very important, a very important lesson to learn that a wallet is a wallet. If that was your regular wallet and you were doing exactly what you say you're doing, you would not refer to it.
I mean, it can be summed up in just a few words. Like, the mind reading has nothing to do with the business cards, the wallet. The mind reading is what happens when all that process is out of the way.
Yeah.
The items that you use are just a means to an end, because, I mean, if you're performing one-on-one or if you're performing in a group especially, the mind reading that happens is, when you start receiving impressions, when you start like revealing certain things, it's nothing to do with the process. And I think that's the key thing, is like, this doesn't matter. It's a means to an end. It's the same way that magic itself is a vehicle to get across character and what you're trying to portray. The items that you use are just the vehicle to allow you to perform some kind of mind reading where there is like proof at the end that they're not just playing along.
100%. Just a quick one. Someone said, or Rick said, do you get instant access to the video? So 1914, I think you will. However, if you go on the Alakazam website, down on the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little green button that says chat with us. That goes to our WhatsApp here. So if you send us a message, say your name and your order number, then I can send you a picture of it, so you can then go in your account and obviously add it in there, or go to the link, etc. But yeah, send over a picture.
It's the actual video tutorial. You follow a link to get on there. So yeah, like Harry said, if you send in your order number, he will send you a picture of the link, and you'll be able to access the instructions tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Lovely jubbly.
Someone also asked what else comes with the Shadow 2.
Nice. Should we do a little overhead?
Yeah.
Can we show what's in here?
Yeah, it's only the cards. So when you actually get the Shadow 2, the filter isn't installed. The filter will be in this little envelope, and as well as the filter, you will receive these cards. Now, these are for these full of card to wallet. They are thin cards, and they fit in the indexes when they are folded into quarters. Now, I talk about on the video as well how I've put that down to 2 cards using sort of David Regal's hotel ploy, which Joshua J also used in Inferno. So if you perform Inferno, you can now perform it with this wallet as well. And just like these, it will feel like they've had a totally free choice of 52 cards, yet you can hit them and all you need is 2 cards in your index.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, having the advantage of all 12 cards being available to you, you could use this in conjunction with something like Michael Murray's Springboard or something like that, if you're not comfortable with using Equivoke. Just a cross-cut force and a card that allows you to springboard to the court cards, and then they've got a totally free choice, so it doesn't feel like there's any kind of verbal manipulation going on. It's nice. I mean, I'm most excited about seeing what people do with 12 outs, because I think that opens up a whole other array of things that you could do. I'm always excited to, because people send me videos a lot of the time of, them performing routines with various props I've released over the years. I think like 12 outs is such a vast index. There's 1,001 things you could potentially do with that.
Yeah, and the other benefit, and you mentioned this earlier, Dee, is the fact that even if they perform your thought of card to wallet, having the 12 outs now means that, because when I first set mine up to do yours, instead of using all 6 on one side, they were nicely spread out, so I just instantly went in, knew where they were, and it's great. It just gives you the option. Having those extra little pockets is great. Jamie, could you just show and explain the fake credit card you made for me?
Yep. So in here, all I did was it's actually a Blackpool hotel room key. So don't tell the hotel. I've got the.
Running down the hallway with that, were you?
I've got a little strip that I've just cut off, and then I've measured the top and bottom of the wallet here, and I've just taken some acetate. So this was actually off of the front of a folder. You can get folders with plastic backs and fronts. A nice rigid bit, and then I've just double sticky taped a strip of that on top. And now that means it was Pete's idea that it wouldn't go further than the wallet needs to go. So this can now sit in here. It looks like a credit card or a hotel room key, and you just slide your billet on top of that.
Now, I usually have money above it, so when I put the card in, I think you saw it in that video, it gets sandwiched between the money and the card, which now means you're in another 2 layers as far as they're concerned. I mean, there's literally no way you could see what that card is.
If you wanted to use just money, for a while, because I'm a starving artist, so I don't want to cut up pound notes. You can fold the money in half.
That's what I have.
Nice.
It's my real money in there.
Yeah, so you've got a full bill here, your index, all of that kind of stuff, and then a folded in half bill that just slots in there. I've got no cash on me because I'm a starving artist. So maybe if any of you guys have got a £10 note or anything, you can show them what I'm talking about, and that still gives you the majority of the card available for peaking. So.
Just a quick one, by the way. Warren says you thought it would have come with it. Now, I have done it without. I've never used it with it. And
I only added the card last week.
Yeah,
and it was just an afterthought.
So I've never used it. Dad added it last week, so it's definitely not needed. And if you want to do it, it's super simple to make if you want to make it. But yeah, obviously we produced these ages ago, and you don't. This is completely irrelevant. It's just a nice little addition, and that's why joining these lives are great, because you do get these little ideas where we've added little bits and stuff like that. Where if you want to do it, you now, do you know what I mean? Your brain's been unlocked in that area of it. You can make a fake credit card and stick it in there. But equally, I don't use that, so it's not needed.
Yeah, no, it's not needed at all. But I think it's a nice little
idea,
touch if you use the acetate, or if you do what we used to do in the Assassin, which is you cut a bit of a credit card. Now, I'll give you this tip as well. Whenever your credit cards expire, always keep them because they're great to fill up your magic wallets.
True.
But in the Assassin, we talk about cutting a sliver off your credit card and double stick taping it to the top, which you could do with this if you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an option there, and it's only something that I asked Jamie to make me. Was it last week? Or the
It
week
was
before?
last week, yeah.
It was last week.
Yeah.
So I've been using it for 4 months without it, and it was just a little idea I had last week to add the card in.
Just looking at Josh Kafer's
Yes.
comment there.
Oh, Josh
Unbelievable.
comes to the show here and in our US quite a lot. He's a good friend of mine.
He's
Yeah,
such a legend.
Great.
He's such a legend.
So Warren said, "Is it large enough to hold extreme burn?" I haven't tried myself.
So that's it with a $1 bill in, folded in half. So
Let's bring the-
so that'll give you an idea in terms of bills. So that's a $1 bill folded perfectly in half.
Well, yeah, I've got a 20 here.
I feel like extreme burn probably would fit, but you won't be able to fit much more. You wouldn't be able to use the index, I shouldn't think, if you've got
No.
an extreme
Oh,
burn.
look at this.
Right, he's getting paid too
Emilio's
much.
getting paid way too much.
He's taking that
What's
straight
all
from the
this?
till because I marked that note.
Jeez.
Go on.
So there's like a little wad, and that all fits in there very nicely.
Yeah, nice. Lovely.
But like I will say, like any wallet, you
good.
don't want to overstuff wallets with functions, because you've got to remember, especially with the peak function on this, it is a system that's running on rails. So if you've stuffed it too much and it gets blowed, that it's going to need a lot more pressure to activate and deactivate, because it's gliding on rails basically.
100%.
Someone
David
said,
Linton said, "Do you sell hotel room key cards I could use?" We do, David, in a trick called Executive Suite.
Yes, we certainly do. Absolutely.
someone said, why do you sell the gimmicks separately? Will the gimmick wear out?
No, the gimmick doesn't. Where you might find over time that the centre of the gimmick, where you're using it, will go a bit white. And we've spoken to Masuda about this, and I don't think it's the ink coming off. I think it's some oil on your finger or whatever.
Bits of skin.
Yeah. But my personal one, the bit has started to turn white, and I still use it. I think I
Makes no
show it on
difference,
the tutorial.
Yeah, we talk about it on this as well.
Yeah, and it's totally fine. It works fine.
Also, I know someone in here said when they first done it, they got someone to sign something and straight away just put it in there without obviously blowing it or just giving it a shake, and it marked it. He said he could still use it fine, but then rather than you having to buy a whole new wallet again, if that did happen and you think, you know what, I just want to get a new one, you can just get the refill just to put straight in there. You know,
Yeah.
so you can use it forever. It's going to be absolutely fine, whether it's got marks on it, whether you've slid it back and forth or anything like that. But if you are someone, and we know there's a lot of people, because we speak to on the phone, who want the best, absolute perfect condition, everything forever, rather than having to buy the whole wallet again, you can just get the gimmick, and that way you're not paying for the instructions, the wallet, the tutorial, you're just paying purely for that gimmick, put it in, brand new again.
And it wasn't something that we even considered selling separately. It's just that we had some customers come in that just said, "Oh, I'd love to have a spare one of these gimmicks." For what reason, I don't know. But we said, okay, we'll put it on, put it out to you guys. You certainly don't have to buy one. I can't see this ever breaking. But you know, if you want one, the option's there. Like Harry said, you don't have to go and buy the whole wallet again.
So I think I need to explain what I was talking about with the money.
Yes.
It wasn't just to show the side. Jamie, could you pull out a couple of banknotes?
Yeah, well, Emilio can.
Yeah.
He can put out a whole box. He's like walking back there, isn't he?
So, have I got one with just...
Call him ATM. Someone said you're definitely printing money with Print by Magic.
100%. Anyone wants money printed?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you've got it folded in half like that, right?
Yep.
Now, take one of the bills.
Yep.
One of the bills. Have it folded in half like that. Now fold it upwards the other way. So not on the edge. No, other way. Turn it 90 degrees and then do it. Right. Now, that goes into the wallet in place of the credit card.
Let me do it in this one. This one hasn't got a credit card in. Am I going this way round?
You're not. You're going the other way around.
This way, and am I doing opening up or opening down?
No, you're just putting it into the wallet so that it's just poking out a little bit.
Okay.
And then take your other bill and put that in front of the index.
Folded in the same way?
Nope, just normal. Yeah, but with the spine towards the left or right as opposed to the top. So the spine towards the left or right as opposed to the top.
So I've got little lips.
Turn it 90 degrees.
No,
Sorry, I'm trying to explain this over the...
Oh, this one 90 degrees, like that.
There you go.
Yes, so now what this allows you to do is you can roll open the bill a little bit so it fills the entire pocket of the wallet.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So now you've got, in front of the index, you've got a bill that covers the entire pocket there with the index inside. And then behind the index, you've got a bill that is just poking out a little bit, but 90% of that window is now still visible. So if you put a card in there now and you turn the peak on and off, you're only seeing a little lip. Do you see what I mean?
I get. So, can we go over here just for a second?
Yeah.
Let's go over.
So,
we won't be able to hear Dee though.
Yeah, Dee, we won't be able to hear you when we go
That's
over.
all right. Yeah.
I think.
So hopefully I've set this up like that. So because this bill is folded, we're still seeing the full peak.
Oh, nice. So show us it from the other side. How's the... Oh, so it looks like it's...
Yeah, so we've rolled this one open.
Oh wow, yeah, that's clever.
And then that one's folded in a way that...
Should I bring Dee back so we can say yeah or nay?
Oh God, let's hope he says yay.
Is that a yay or nay?
Slightly nay.
Right, mute him again.
So the back bill, that should be turned 90 degrees as well, and rolled out a little bit as well, so that it fills the entire pocket and is folded in half, in the same way that you did it just then. Let me find... I've got a flyer. Worry not.
Yeah, let's have a look. Go on, Jamie. It's an art attack.
I normally like escape rooms. This is confusing.
Right, while you're doing this, hang on, let me just answer this. Is there a way to know when it's off before you load the billet? Yeah, you will know. I talk all about this on the instructions. It's all to do with the orientation of the wallet. So you know up will be on, down will be off. Mm-hmm. And once you know that, or however you've got your gimmick set, when you hold the wallet, you just instinctively pull down to double check. Yeah. And that's it.
And you do feel it activate, it's tiny, but you feel it.
Yeah. Right, okay, over to you guys again.
All right, so this is your banknote, right?
Right, let's start again. So I've got this one.
Start from scratch. It's
folded it in half.
The extended explanation, because I use this more than I use Larry Becker's credit cards subtlety. Yeah. So your bill is like this, you fold it like this.
Done that.
Right? Then you fold it up like this.
Yep.
Then you put it inside the wallet. Right? At
the back.
Then with this one, all you do is fold it like this.
Yep.
And then you put it in front of the index. Now, what this allows you to do is, of course, you can extend that out so it fills the whole pocket. With this one as well, you can extend this out so it fills the whole pocket. So you have cash that the card can go inside, but because of this, you're still getting a perfect view of the window.
Have you got that?
Am I making sense? Or am I going to have to go and get cash out of an ATM somewhere?
So, see if I've done this right.
Go
back to overhead. So that one's stretched out again. So I haven't stretched the other one so it fills the whole thing. But...
should I...
let's try and...
Can you zoom at all?
Let me try. Hold your horses, gentlemen.
Hold your horses.
Hold your
Right,
crazy
which
horse
one is
brown.
it?
Oh, cheeky. Let us know what you went for, by the way, in the chat. If you did pick one up, did you go for the black or did you go for the brown? I noticed a few of you, or a couple of you, picked up both, so... Couldn't decide and thought, do you know what?
Do you know
I'm
what?
going to use it, let me get
Someone's just come up with a great idea. Dee, can you just film this and then we'll add it to the tutorial?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be
Right,
good.
so here we go. There's a bit of a...
Can we do that? My one to overhead?
Yeah.
Certainly can.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm getting technical.
Down, yeah.
Look at this. Right, so... Oh, this is much better. So, I've taken this, I folded it in half. This is going in here.
Yep, behind the index. Yep.
Yep, happy with that?
Yep.
And this one,
Going in front of the index.
here.
Yep.
And
now,
then I can spread that.
Yep. So now you've got perfect cloaking for the index. You've got the card going in between two bills, but you've still got perfect vision out of the back because of the size of banknotes. So you've only got, a couple of centimeters of a lip at the top. So it just means you don't have to build anything then. Just throw some dollar bills or some pound notes in your wallet, and you've got just as much cloakage without having to buy double stick tape.
Nice.
Or use it. And yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Lovely.
There we go. That's what I was trying to explain. I'll film a video though. All of my many ridiculous little cloaking mechanisms for using peak wallets without having to use scissors because my wife doesn't let me.
The Gaz said, presumably you need 12 fin cards for the full equivoque. You don't, Gaz. You only need 6.
Yeah.
For the full equivoque.
Yeah, the gaffs that we provide, they're mispipped gaffs. Sorry.
Yeah.
A bit like the ones you'll get in Brave or Twisted Sisters. So you've got the King of Clubs on the top and the King of Spades on the bottom. When you open it up, all you need to do is cover the other. So if you know it's a black king, the card can be in your hand. You can open it up and just show them the correct pip.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and as far as like fitting real cards in there, they don't all have to be thin cards. I mean, I know Christian Shank does lots of different cards in his double-decker stock, which is slightly thinner than the stock I used for these gaffs. So you could use those cards, but honestly, regular playing card stock is fine. If you've got like 600 GSM business cards, that might get a bit thick, but normal playing cards is fine.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, so a question here. Can the contents written on the card be seen through the white coloration which develops over time? No, it can't.
No.
No.
So the white, as far as we can tell, is just skin because it's a textured gimmick. I mean, if you want to avoid that completely, you can just cut out a little piece of acetate and stick it on, and then it covers over the texture, and there's no way that can mess it up. Or as Pete suggested when we were talking before, you can just turn the gimmick around. But then bear in mind it's got a little bit of friction then because you've got two pieces of ink. If we do find that it's the ink eventually rubbing off, that's fine as well, because when you're printing black onto clear plastic, what you have to do is print a white oil underneath it. I don't think that's what this is, but you print a white oil and then you print a color or you print black over the top, and that stops it from being see-through. So the white oil is completely opaque. It makes no difference.
When I spoke to Masuda about it, and I said, look, I'm not sure if the ink's coming off, and he said it's not the ink. He sent me videos of him rubbing the ink on the ink and everything else, and it wasn't coming off. So it's obviously something else interacting with it. But on the video, I do teach you, it's very, very simple. If you want to do it, you can take the top layer of the gimmick out of the runners, flip it over, put it back in, and like Dee said, it does make for a little bit more friction, but it's certainly manageable. The other alternative is, as Dee said, you get a little bit of acetate, or you get a bit of sellotape and stick it over the whole thing. So personally,
yeah, I mean, but the white, I don't think is like. I mean, you can't even see it on the camera here. It's like not even worth talking about. It's like it's the tiniest little bit of my thumb has come off. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. Just a quick one, by the way. How weird! The exact same amount of black and brown have sold. Exact same.
That is very strange.
How peculiar.
I will say as well, we've got a lot less Crazy Horse than we do black.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they've almost sold out already. Oh, yeah. As Jamie said, someone asked what acetate is. It's a plastic sheet.
I've just gone on to Amazon.com. I can't paste in the link because it's too long, but if they just type in acetate, it is the first thing that comes up is in sheets in a packet.
Nice. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, it's basically what the teachers used to write on to put in the projector when us older people were back at school.
Yeah.
I'm going to upload. I reckon we drop the trailer again in a sec as well for anyone new joining us.
Yeah, it's been nearly an hour since it was first dropped.
That's crazy.
Someone asked, can the gimmick be removed when not in use, i.e. for everyday carry? That's the beauty. You don't have to remove the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
You can if you want. It takes a second to remove it. It takes a second to put back in. But you really don't have to remove it. It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key thing as well, see the flexibility and the thinness. To try and get that engineered was was a nightmare. But yeah, it comes out and goes straight back in with no problems whatsoever.
Perfect.
Someone's put, overhead projector sheets. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the
one. So someone said, I hope Shadow 3 has an SUC. In my opinion, I do think the peak on the Shadow 2 is better than an SUC, and I've owned an SUC.
Well, wait until you see my Stealth Assassin 3 design, Pete.
I can't wait. Yeah, so let me have a look what else is happening to me.
Let's go trailer again, I think. Because it's been a while.
Oh, look, we've got our very good friend, Mr. Noel Quarter.
I hope the country pub was good now.
Yeah.
He said something to Jamie, it was very funny. Yeah, do you know what? It was such good fun. Do you know what? Roddy picked up a couple of our new bits as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was having a right good time.
Yeah. The old trick boom lad.
I know, what legends. Yeah, should we play the trailer again?
Let's do it.
Let's have a look. Right, I'm going to play it again. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello there, Dee Christopher here at the Magician's Table in London. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk to you about my new wallet, Shadow 2. In the 5 years since the original Shadow wallet was released, I've been quietly improving each one of the features, gathering notes from friends at conventions, and developing a brand new cloaking mechanism alongside the legendary Masuda. While you will still receive all of the gaps required to do my thought of card in wallet, I've now expanded the index to 12 ounce, which opens up different possibilities, the ability to do star sign predictions, hours of the day, and many other things. And on the index is now face-to-face, which means it's much easier to slide a card into the peak section, and the index will still hide in between banknotes that you've got in this main section of the wallet. So let's talk about the main event, the Peak. Over the last few years, Masuda and I have been developing a brand new version of his WOW gimmick. This version is completely flexible, so you can squeeze the wallet to access the index without damaging anything. It can be switched on and off from the middle through this little thumb hole. It locks in each position, so you're not going to go too far or too far back, and it creates a perfect view of whatever is placed inside this front pocket here. Shadow 2 comes in 2 different colorways. It comes in the executive sleek black leather, and also in the edgier, more robust Crazy Horse leather, which will develop a beautiful patina through the years of use you will get out of this tool. This is the ultimate minimalist mentalist wallet, now perfected. This is Shadow 2. Get yours now at your favorite 1914 dealer. And I guess now for me, it's showtime.
So there
Can you
we
tell
go.
I was dealing with the cold during that? my voice is about 7 octaves deeper.
There was another question coming in. I assume the Peak wallet is designed to hold your driving licence. Not saying you would call attention to it, but isn't it odd that you have I presume you have the window. Is there anything else there? Oh, isn't it odd that you have an empty window in the front? So I actually carry a business card behind that window, and the window is active so they can see my business card. And I reach in, I remove my business card, and they can see the window's empty, and then I click down and it's still empty. If that does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
they
mean,
see something
like that.
Yeah, that's it. And then as you remove the card, you just click it down and drop it down, and it's now empty. You've taken something that was visible from it, and now they know you can't see, or there's nothing in that pocket.
I also, I understand, obviously, do you have things in here, blah, blah, blah. I also just think if you don't bring attention to it, I mean, I've had so many wallets, I never have my ID in there. I don't know why, I've just never put my ID in there. It's just a normal credit card slot. But I also do think sometimes it can be an over justification of stuff. Like as a mind reader, your sole purpose or doing a bit of performance, you're just going to go and read their mind. So you're going to get something written down, you're going to pop it inside your wallet, it's out of sight, out of mind, you're then going to perform. I personally never look at the layout of my wallet or anything like that. I know it's got the credit card I use on it, my ID, and probably my Arsenal members card, just to show that I'm a supporter of the champions. Probably have those 3 things in there, and that's about it. A couple of business cards, and I don't worry about the look of it, because to me it's not important. It's just how I carry around my cards. I think it's sometimes easy to over-justify things or make stuff look so natural, but sometimes you can just overthink it.
People aren't going to care, is the answer.
Magicians,
we overthink everything. No one's going to... If you're the other thing is, we on the podcast, we've spoken about it loads recently, but magicians just always think about the most minute things, and the general public don't think the way that we think.
I think as magicians, we're always looking for an excuse not to perform something.
Yeah.
Is this too obvious? Is that too obvious?
Yeah.
The fact is, if you don't draw attention to it, can I grab one of these? If you don't draw attention to it, they will not draw attention to it. It's your wallet, and that's all they think it is. But there was a message come in from Wayne about how many credit cards it holds. So I have mine set up, depending, if I'm using it as my wallet, I'll have 4 or 5 of my own credit cards in there. If the one I have in the shop, I have Craig's charged up in it. So I've got
I
business.
thought you were going to say Craig's credit card. I wouldn't mind Craig's credit card.
So I have my business cards. They're usually tucked in the top slot there, and then I can pop in remember, you've got 1, 2, 3 pockets, but you can pop multiple cards into each pocket. So I've got 2 in there, and I can fit 3 in each pocket if I want. But I will say, do not overstuff it, because the more you put in it, the more bowed your gimmick is going to get. It's not going to damage the gimmick, but it will hinder how well it slides and it works. But you can easily carry 3 or 4 credit cards in here, and if you want to, you can still put 1 inside as well. But even though, you know, this is a point that we do have to make as well. Magic props and magic wallets, even though you can use this as your EDC, they're not designed as real wallets. They are magic props. They have things built into them that a normal wallet won't have. Now, my assassin, if I show you this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
I would never, ever suggest that someone does that. But they are my cards in my assassin. That's my everyday assassin. But I will tell you, this still allows me to do my peak, but it will also deactivate any other feature this wallet has got. I cannot use the SUC. I cannot use the spare pocket. So by having those cards in there, yeah, I can carry it as an everyday wallet. It's super thick. That is my everyday wallet. I can still use the base feature, which is the peak. But because I've stuck so many cards in there, it's actually not allowing me to use every other feature. So if I'm outperforming with an assassin, I have got another one in my magic case, which has got a couple of credit cards in there, looks very neat and tidy, still looks a bit aged.
Yeah,
but it's workable for every aspect of the wallet.
And I 100% think that is, at the moment, it does seem to be a big talking point where I've used the Castle wallet, I've got that, and again, a few people say you can't carry this in there, or it looks too much, like, I don't know, some people say you can't carry coins or whatever, right, things like that. I know exactly what you just said there. If I want to perform an unbelievable bit of mind reading, I know I need to carry the Castle wallet, so that's what will make me do it. Yeah. You know, so sometimes it is a case of thinking, well, hang on a sec, this allows me to do that thing. I might not be able to carry one extra card or whatever, but it allows me to read someone's mind. It's just a weighing up thing, you know, because it can't, it's impossible to do everything. It would be too big, but then it would be too big to carry around with you, you know. Yeah. So it is just a case of picking what you like. If you want to perform an unbelievable bit of mind reading, great, you know, go for this. Will you be able to carry every single card in there and fold it in half and put it in your pocket? No, you can't do that, you know. But it's just not where it's designed. It's made for mind reading, you know. Great, it can hold cards, but it's one of those things. It seems to be a big talking point at the moment, but it is important to know that sometimes a magic prop is made for the magic first. That is his primary job. The fact he can carry normal cards and work as your everyday wallet is great, but that's not its sole purpose.
Most performers used to carry the wallet in their close-up case for gigs. So my JOL is still in pristine condition because it lives in my close-up case for gigs. So when I'm at a gig, I know that is my card to wallet, so that had to go into a pocket. So, you know, a lot of people try and keep these as perfect as they can because at a gig you don't really want it to look massively beat up and gross. You want it to look still presentable and smart.
Well, the sort of my sort of passion was to put together like an entire act, like, you know, like 30 minutes that would fit inside of like a Shadow wallet or an Orphic wallet or whatever. So that's what I tend to do with mine. I have an everyday wallet that I use just for everyday stuff that lives in my pocket, and then inside of like my leather jacket or one of my little bags or whatever, I'll always have an extra wallet that has the act. And you know, it saved me on numerous occasions. Many years ago, I used to cover Laura London's Hippodrome residency, and if I was out and about in town, and she rang me and said, "Can you get to the job in 30 minutes?" I didn't have time to go back and get a case of stuff and all of this, but I did have that wallet with me. So it meant as a last minute gig emergency kit, I had an axe, you know. And that's the way I approach things. Like, you can use it as your everyday wallet. Another note on not overfilling it is if you overfill these, the squeeze to access the index will be a little hindered as well, which you kind of don't really want. But I mean, you know, the whole purpose of CMU to minimize what you need to carry every day to the things that you need to carry every day. You know, all your loyalty cards are on apps now. You've got maybe a credit card and a current account card, maybe a business current account card, and then some business cards. And what more do you need on a day-to-day generally?
And the thing is, genuinely, I mean, I know there's so many people in here, people have a wallet addiction, right? Genuinely, everyone loves getting all different wallets. I kid you not, on my bedside table, I'll have 3 wallets on there. I've got Castle wallet, which at the moment is one I carry around all the time. If I'm going somewhere and I know I want to take cash or pay with cash, I'll bring the Allfit wallet. And if I want to do something else, like a card wallet, I'll bring the F1, for example. And it will just be a case of, what am I doing today? I've got all 3 of them. I'll just pick whichever one. Do you know what? I've got to bring that, and that. I'm going to bring this. I want to do a card wallet. Let me try
It's
that.
the right tool
Yeah.
for the job. I saw Warren put down here, you know, if I could carry charged up extreme burn in the wallet, then it would be a yes. But after what Pete said, I don't think it will do the job. Now, the fact is, there are balances. You know, there are balances. This is a great Pete wallet. It's designed to be this size. It's designed to be minimalistic. Now, you know, we can all say, well, I want it to carry this, this, and this. But then it wouldn't be this wallet.
Yeah.
This wallet is good for what it does. The Assassin is good for what it does. The F1 is good for what it does. Sometimes you've just got to go, do you know what? I'll carry my extreme burn in my pocket. You know, if you want this incredible peak, then that's what you're getting from this. And it probably, it might carry an extreme burn, but it's going to poke out, because extreme burn is quite a bulky thing. You know, and it's quite a big thing, even when it's folded in half. So unless you're doing it with fibres, but most people are doing it with 20s. It's quite a bulky thing to have. Even in my JOL, it fits in there very snugly, and a JOL's like that big.
But then again, it is horses for courses, because I wouldn't personally want an extreme burn in there, because I wouldn't want. When I perform, I'm conscious how much cash I have in there, because I don't want to be like, I've got loads of cash hanging out. If I've got my wallet on the table, an extreme burn, you're going to have 100 quid. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a difficult one. It is just a case, if you like the routines, then you fit stuff around it, because that's what will get you there, you know? So it's
picking the right tool. It's always picking the right tool for the job. There are wallet. I mean, I was saying earlier that myself and Jamie are constantly performing the person place routine, and we're performing Dee's version from a product that hasn't been released yet, from the 1914, and it's a product that we've had in stock way before this one. Chances are it won't be out till next year. But the moment I saw your routine, Dee, I thought that this is just pure perfection. And that's the only thing I do with that gimmick, is perform that one routine.
And that's replaced my envelopes now in my close-up. So I used to do a stack of envelopes. I've done it for 8 years now, my envelope routine. I got rid of them, and I've been doing this now since February, when I first got it. And that's it. That's replaced it. That one tool now takes away my need for having loads of envelopes and loads of billets all the time. Looks smarter, functions better. I don't have to do a bit more process because it's all inside the prop. So, you know, it means that I've had to get rid of a stack of envelopes, which are a pain. I had to keep reusing them and buying new ones and all that. And now I've just got this one tool for the job.
Yeah.
Just jumping back to extreme burn, it always looks very stylish when you pull out like a silver or gold money clip and you've got a stack of cash in there. Like if I did visual magic and I would do extreme burn if that's the kind of magic I did. And I would absolutely, regardless of whether it fit in my wallet or not, I would absolutely carry that in a stylish looking money clip.
I have mine in my, well, I do paper to money now, but mine was silver money clip.
Yeah.
Holds it all together in your pocket, and then it allowed me to not worry about, because even to be fair, in a bifold wallet, extreme burn's hard to. I can't actually think of anything an extreme burn would fit apart from like a big JOL. But then I personally wouldn't carry around a JOL with me because it's too big.
Do you know what? I do still sometimes perform with a JOL, and at the New Year's Eve gig, someone literally, when I pulled it out of my pocket, said, "What's that?" I mean, it's
huge.
It's a great wallet for a worker, but they're just so dated now, those sort of wallets. That's the first time anyone's ever said it, but someone said, "What the hell's that?" and that sort of put me off a little bit, which is a shame because it's a great wallet, but.
Yeah, I mean, it was commonplace when you were a young boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like something the bill comes out in now, doesn't it? I'm expecting a receipt to come out.
Well, do you know what? I remember being, we're going off topic now, but I remember being at an international magic convention, and I don't know if you ever went there, Dee, but it was just a few dealers from around the world.
Yeah.
And there was an Italian dealer there, and he had a Z Fold wallet. I am not lying to you, this thing was over A5 in size.
Wow.
And it was a Z Fold wallet.
You get this out your wallet, and it's like, it got a little playing card at the bottom.
Yeah.
In fairness,
next from the
that
1914.
Yeah.
that box of wallets that we went through, Pete, that you had under the stairs,
Yeah.
they were all JOL. So actually, some of them were bigger than JOL. So
Yeah,
huge.
I don't know if you're aware, Chris. We bought Roy Roth. Do you remember Roy Roth? RAR
Yeah.
Magic? We bought his company about 15 years ago. And I've never looked through the stuff we own the rights to. Or we did briefly, and we released one product called the Gentleman Jack. We've got another one coming out later on this year, which is a Becker item. But like Jamie said, he went through all the boxes, and all the wallets are like this. But back in the 80s or whatever it was, I remember my dad always wore a suit. My dad was always in a suit. Always had a large suit jacket wallet.
I mean, one of my favourite wallets that Alakazam did years ago was the Mind Spy. I know you've done a new version now, which is a bit smaller. But I love that, using that because it's like a note-taking thing that takes index cards. You know, it kind of still has logic. I mean, I'm looking forward to checking out the smaller version because I've not seen it in the flesh yet. But like when it comes to normal wallets, like the entire purpose of there being new wallets coming out all the time is we're trying to replicate what's popular and what's normal for 2026, 2027, 2028, you know. And that's the key thing, because you don't want stuff to look out of place, even if it is just used for magic. You still want it to look like a normal thing, you know, or at least if you're trying to appear with an organic kind of style when you're doing like walk around or whatever. Like you can get away with a bit more when you're on stage or doing parlor and stuff, but when it's walk around, everything needs to look pretty normal, really. And then incredible things happen with those, you know.
Yeah. So we're almost up to the end of our live. So if you guys have got any more questions, shall we play the performance once more?
Yeah, all right. Let's play that, and then we can wrap it up.
Now, someone said, has anyone tried Mark Lemon's mount bank in the window? Now, I haven't. The only thing I would say about that is it's angle restrictive. So you would still, I don't know what angle it works on. Have you seen that, Dee? It's very clever.
Yeah, I did a version of a credit card with a privacy filter with Owen from Big Blind Media many years ago, but we never got it looking as good as Mark has got it looking.
Mark's
It
looks
looks
incredible.
But yeah, I mean, it's not necessary. You could use it if you wanted to. It wouldn't affect anything other than the angle that you can see things at.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it would make that pocket look full. So I mean, it's totally fine to use that if you enjoy using that. But I think the nicest thing about that card and a number of other things that Mark has worked on is the ability to just take a couple of credit cards, put a business card in between, wrap like a hair tie or something around it, and there's nothing, and then you've got it here, and you can reveal the thought. I think that's quite an interesting image, and it just is essentially like what a cut card is for playing cards, but for mentalism. I think it's brilliant. Personally,
it's a great idea.
Wallet.
I don't think
I'd use it separately.
Yeah, I don't think you would use it with this because you would have no reason to use the filter. Because if you want that card to be visible, then the filter's always open. So it's just going to work as a privacy screen. The beauty of this is that it's active or activated and deactivated at your will. So, like I said, if you want to, now I usually start with a business card behind this window, and the window open so they can see my business card in here. Then what I do is I reach in and say, I think I've got a business card in here. They can see that coming out as I drag it out, and now I deactivate and put it down. So now they can quite clearly see it empty, but they've just seen me take this out. So it makes perfect sense to what's just happened. So they have seen something in the pocket, and they've seen that something removed from the pocket. And now the pocket is empty. So it does make perfect sense. But once again, I think we're probably running without being chased, but you can have a business card, you could have something in front of it.
And that's obviously, they've already done their thing, put it inside, and you get your peek as you do that.
No. So this is how I start. So at the beginning, when I'm talking to them, this is in here. So that's just there with my business card in it. Yeah. So now I can talk to you and say, I want you to imagine being a Scott. I think I've got I've got a business card here. Let's take that out. So you can see that coming out. Yeah. And now I just tilt up and deactivate and put it down. And now it's empty. But you've just seen this come out.
So now when you put something in there, they see it's black because it's in a different section. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, lovely.
And the other thing is, if you wanted to, you can have your card in front of the window, in front of your gimmick, and you can push your card up nice and easy like that to show an empty window behind it. So if you do want your driving licence in there and you want to take it out to gesture with it or do whatever, you can have that in the front window. My business card fits very neatly in the front. Boom, just like that. Don't know if you can you see that on camera?
Just about.
Just about.
So you do that, and then you just put your thumb in there, push your business card out. Now they've got an empty window there. That goes down, getting the right on it. And remember, that's going into a separate part of the wallet.
Yeah, there's a strip of leather there in between, essentially.
Yeah, there's a strip of leather, and plus you would have, if you're going to make a credit card, you have a credit card there, you have some notes behind it. That goes in. As I'm talking, I just come here, activate, move my thumb, deactivate, drop that down on the table.
I think now people have seen the shadow, seen the workings of it. Let's watch your performance again. And then people can see when you're doing the peek and just how blatant it is, yet flies by.
Yeah.
I think now you guys have seen it, little peek behind the curtain, let's have a look. So, I'm going to play the performance, alright?
Okay. Michaela,
Hello.
we're going to take a journey back in time. So for this, I want you to imagine being at school. Could be primary school, could be secondary school. And I want you to think about someone that you had a connection with. Could be someone you had a crush on. Could be just a friend of yours, but someone that you truly had a connection with back at school.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
So I want you to imagine, let me give you one of my business cards. I want you to imagine that the teacher is going to walk up to the blackboard and they're going to write this person's name big and bold on the blackboard. And I want you to be able to visualize it for me. Okay?
Yeah.
And what I'm going to ask you to do is on the back of my card, I want you to write that name. I'm not going to look, but tell me when you're done and then just turn the card face down and hold it in the palm of your hand. But I won't look while you're doing it. And I'll keep talking so you know I'm not listening to anything the pen is doing. But like I said, just make sure that this is a person that you had some sort of connection with. You don't have to still be in touch with them or anything else, but at the time you had a connection with them.
Yeah.
And tell me when you're done.
All done, yep.
Perfect. In fact, we will take that off you and I'm going to pop that between my money and my credit card. Okay. Now, can you hold your hand out for me and put your other hand on top? Now, this is, was this someone from primary or secondary school?
Primary.
Primary school. Okay, so I want you to imagine maybe being in the classroom. Did you sit next to this person?
I don't think I did actually, no.
Were you in the same class?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to imagine looking at this person for me and see them. Can you remember what they look? Are you still friends now?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, I felt that there was a bit of a strong connection, which doesn't happen if it was someone you were just friends with then.
No,
So imagine this person now.
Yeah.
Okay, can you visualize what this person looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, so focus on an image of this person as if you're standing right opposite. Okay, it's a female.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, imagine the teacher going up to that blackboard and he's going to start writing the name.
Yeah.
Okay, think of a letter in the name and see the teacher. Okay, there's an A in the name, right?
Yeah.
There's an E.
Yeah.
Is it starting? Is that an L? Is it Leah?
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Leah?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Have a look at that. And hopefully we get this out. You guys will be able to see. In fact, it is Leah.
My dear friend Leah.
All the way from primary school.
All the way from primary school.
There you go. Actually, Chris James at Alakazam USA just came up with a brilliant idea, Jamie.
Yes, so he just came up with a great idea of doing it as a rainbow card. So, with the rainbow card, you normally have them hold a empty wallet, you take a photo, when they look back at the photo, something's appeared in it. You can do this with this as well. So, if Amelia was my spectator, I'd basically give it to him to hold. As he's about to hold it, I would activate the gimmick, so now there is a card in there. And then I'll take a photo. As I bring it back, I'm going to deactivate it. And now it's blank again. So you can do the rainbow card as well. But what's even better with this is a rainbow card you would normally have to use the design. Whereas you could put a message in here. You could put a photograph in here. You can do anything with that version.
The other thing is about that as well. You can now show that the wallet is empty, but it's in the photo. And say, but what if we could make this a reality? Place it in their hand, and now when they lift their hand out, the card is actually in there.
Great.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? It adds.
It's unbelievable.
It adds itself to so much.
Screen. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say the nice thing about it is you can have the thing visible and just a little motion like that, and then the card appears instantly. I mean, you could probably get away with just clicking your fingers just 100%. To remove that little thumb motion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like an instant appearance of a card is really nice.
Someone,
Rorison. Yeah, carry on.
Someone just said, do you have the rainbow card with the Eiffel Tower to use with a bit book? We don't, but if you own a Shadow 2, speak to Print by Magic and get a playing card printed with the Eiffel Tower on it.
Chuck it
And
behind.
now
Yeah,
you've
great.
got your Eiffel Tower. False.
It's so genuinely, I'm excited for all of you to get your hands on it, because as soon as you do, you'll realise the potential you can do with it, how clean it is, how clever, and the fact that I guarantee you'll sit there and you'll just be doing that for 15 minutes, just seeing just how clever it is. Completely on, completely off, completely on, completely off. And that's just one idea, the rainbow one. What a great idea that was. But like I said, we're going to be adding different magic routines to this later on. So there'll be signed cards to the wallet and tons. But in terms of a peak, it's as clean as direct as it gets. And the tuition on mentalism items is great anyway. But especially on this one, if you've never done a peak before, this really goes through routines that you will be able to do if you've never done anything like it before. So don't be scared. There'll be stuff in there you'll be able to do without a shadow of a doubt.
The other idea Chris had, and this was a while ago, when Chris was sort of talking to me about routines he was playing with, he was using this as a sort of mystery box. So he was showing a folded card in here at the beginning, so they can clearly see a folded card, his lucky card, he keeps in his wallet. He now gets a card selected and signed, does his Mercury card fold, comes over, picks up the wallet, reaches in, but deactivates as he pulls that out. Now throws the wallet down, the wallet's empty.
Yeah.
And his lucky card is now their signed card.
Yeah.
Which has been in full view from the beginning. So even though it is a peak at its core, and that's what Dee designed it for, because of Dee's design, you can actually do so much more with this than you ever thought was possible.
Even just put a double backer in there, tip it out onto the deck and do a double, and then that's it, sign card instantly in wallet.
Well, that's what one of Craig's routines as well is exactly that.
Yeah.
Have a
How
double
easy.
backer in there, get a card selected from the deck, signed, lost back in the deck. Now you take the double backer out.
So
do your
easy.
double, boom, and it's now signed card. It's great.
No palm card to wallet, brilliant. Jamie, did you want me to go to the overhead quick?
Yeah, so I've put one in there just so you can see like the mystery card. So then you could do whatever you want, and then as you take it out, now the mystery card's gone. So you can have that on the table from the very beginning, and then when you want to do your switch, now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's great.
Now, Scott.
Patrick Gunn's thing.
Yeah, like Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott said, I know the black art will help with the black art of the WoW. It doesn't. Black or brown. It really doesn't matter. Either you can see through it or you can't. So
the lining is black in both of them, so it won't make a difference.
Yeah, and you can't see through it.
No.
Because even if I have a bright white back of a playing card or a business card in there, when this is deactivated, you can't see it. You're just seeing black.
Yeah, I prefer the black one though, because it goes with everything I wear.
You surprise me.
Believe it or not.
I'm looking forward to seeing you in crazy horse brown eyeliner though.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Well, see, it'd probably go with my hair a bit better. But whatever.
Guys, I will just say I can see some messages coming through now, so I'm going to start. If you've ordered one and you've sent me a message, if you haven't put your order number, I will not send you the tutorial. You have to put your order number in here, all right, and your name, all right, just FYI.
FYI. Right, I think we're already, well, almost an hour over our normal launch. We only usually do a launch for an hour.
I think the extra hour was me trying to explain that.
Honestly. If you go on our website, on there's a little green button in the corner. Go on that. That'll be a WhatsApp message. If you haven't got WhatsApp, send us an email. If you can't send an email, you'll have to wait till you get the box. All right? To get the instructions, because it will all be inside. Lovely jubbly.
I think that brings us to the end of tonight's live launch. As always, thank you all very much for joining us. We have got some incredible stuff. Let me give you a cheeky little view.
What are you doing? I know what you're doing.
It's the famous shelf that is no longer the tea shelf.
Well, it's back to being a tea shelf now, isn't it? Look.
You have got all these beauties to look forward to before Christmas.
And so much more.
And so much more, yeah. We have got, obviously, the Shadow 2 released today. We have got Past the Salt, which was the trick of Magic Live. Without a doubt, we sold out on the first day. We've got the incredible Deck Penetration by Rob Bromley. And we have got Technicolor Banknight by the legend that is Larry Becker. So all of these are going to be out in this.
Did you say Clue?
Oh, and Clue by Chris Webb.
Great.
All of these will be out before Christmas this year.
And people are asking about Foreshadow
yes,
as well.
Jamie, we're just waiting for the trailer to be done, and then it's pretty much done. But obviously, we don't want to bombard you with loads of tricks at once because we don't want you to miss out on any. So,
but it'll definitely be out by the end of the year.
Yeah, we'll be out by the end of the year. But Jamie's been filming the trailer. It looks fantastic. I'm very proud of it, actually. But yeah, so that should be coming soon. And it will not bulk out your wallet because it just uses one card and borrowed objects. That is all. There we are.
Yeah, and we've got some great stuff coming out by Craig Petty and a few other fantastic artists. So we're going to be ramping up our releases towards the final quarter of this year.
Mm-hmm.
We've got those big heavy hitters up there. And we also have some great stuff by Craig Petty. We got Rich Relish, I think, will be out. We've got a couple of Halloween releases.
Two Halloween releases.
Yeah,
yep.
So we've got a lot of stuff still to come. And I've been speaking to Dee, and Dee said that he still has some ideas, fresh ideas, that he would like to talk to the 1914 about.
Well.
Yes, we will talk because all the time I'm not at the show, I am drawing and designing and then testing things out, because otherwise doing the same act 2,000 times in the last 2 years would get a bit boring.
Well, very exciting. And like I said, we're always looking at releasing new stuff. And if you guys have any ideas for a trick, or you don't know if it's been done before, or you don't even know if it can be sold or anything like that, send us an email, film a little video. It doesn't even have to be good, literally selfie camera, just walk us through the routine. And then, we can go from there. So if you've got any questions or you want to release a trick, let us know and we might be able to release it with you. So send us an email, sales@alakazam.co.uk. We're always looking for new tricks, fun and exciting. And we know if your trick is one we release, you'll be very proud of it because it will have top tier props.
Yes, indeed. So it just leaves us to say thank you to the amazing Dee Christopher for spending his night off with us, even though he's feeling poorly.
What a ledge.
Yep.
What a legend.
I could survive. But no, thank you to everyone for tuning in and listening to me ramble for the last 2 hours. And thank the Alakazam team for reeling me back in when I start mumbling about all sorts of ridiculous things, because I too overthink everything that I do.
Well, we will be coming down to Magician's Table again for an Alakazam night out at some point, so I'll let you know. We'll make sure you come to entertain us on our table, because I've been twice and I haven't seen you yet.
Yeah, it's you came when I was bouncing back and forth to the US because we covered a show on the Strip for like a couple of weeks at a time. So yeah, we are back now though for a little while. So
nice.
Yeah, as long as it's before the end of the year, you will most likely see me.
Good
nice
stuff. So all of you guys as well, if you're looking for a great night out to take the family, I think you've got to be over 18, is it?
Yeah, unless it's a matinee. We allow in over 10s on the matinees on Sunday. We just try not to use bad language. It's the same show. But yeah, just be warned that I generally don't go to tables with kids on them. because I don't want to give people nightmares unless they're over 18.
But guys, honestly, if you're looking for a great night out, like I said, I went with Jenny. She booked it as a Christmas present for me. We both loved it so much that we took Harry come, Taylor come,
great.
Holly, Ardash, and Ardash's parents came as well. So we had a full table, just the family, and everyone absolutely loved it. And it's such a perfect place to perform as well, isn't it? You can't think of anywhere
And it
better.
is rare to see magicians, to be fair, just perform. Isn't it really? Like, it's hard to see a close-up magician perform, apart from if you're lucky enough at an event or wedding.
You get to see 5 magicians, and there's a sort of thread that goes all the way through the show. I don't want to let too much away about it, but there's a storyline. You're all there for a particular reason, let's just say. It's very, very good. Very good, very enjoyable.
That's an Ian Sharkey special.
Yeah. We saw Ian once, he was on our table once. Great. Very funny.
Yeah, hilarious. His act, it feels like, if you found in a vintage shop a comic book from the 70s that was about a mind reader, that's basically Sharky's act. Yeah,
it's very, very good. And
Nice.
McDougall is just on another level.
It's you still. I've seen his acts hundreds of times, and you still don't see where that cricket ball comes from.
No. No, absolutely
brilliant.
incredible. Guys, if you get a chance, go down. I always say support live magic anyway, but 100% you will have a wonderful evening. It's such very well put together, great story, great atmosphere,
100%.
great venue, and great performers. Each and every one of them. And you get to see that the really nice thing is you get to see 5 different acts, and I can't remember who it was that was telling me, I think it was Noel Quarter, that said that you guys are very, very strict, so there's no overlap, not even the same trick, but the same sort of premise. So you are literally going and seeing 5 completely different things.
Yeah, like for instance, I do a version of Kuratsuke, Max Maven's thing, in a very different way. But yeah, that means that nobody else on the show, whether I'm working or not, can do Kuratsuke. It's the same with, like Rob James does a very unique version of like a Omnideck style thing. It's not Omnideck, but it's got that kind of vibe, and it means that nobody else can do that on the show. It's we're very, very conscious of people. First of all, people come back multiple times, and we want them to see different magicians with different styles. The styles and the acts and the tricks, everything is completely polar opposite when you come and see one of our shows, whether it's here or in the US. Like, we just closed on Boise in Idaho, and we're about to open in Cleveland in Ohio, and then back to Charlotte for a bit, and then I'm not going to spoil where we'll be going after that, but
Nice.
who knows? Maybe you'll see some familiar faces, because we have some phenomenal magicians over there as well.
Fantastic. Right, so guys, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, thank you to the legend that is Dee Christopher. Go and see him at the Magician's Table. And also thank you to Jamie and Emilio over there. And
Thanks, Emilio, for his cash. And
Yeah.
we'll be having that. Thank you.
and to
Nice.
Harry over here, and
you.
especially to you guys for spending your evening with us. We will have another live launch soon, so keep your eyes on our emails. But thank you very much for all your support. I know we say it all the time, but it's your support that keeps us going, and especially in the US as well. The US Alakazam is growing and growing and growing on a daily basis, and Chris James is doing such a phenomenal job heading up Alakazam USA. So if Chris is still watching, want to say a big thank you to him. Right, so that is it.
Lovely jubbly.
Are we done?
Finito.
Okay, we'll leave them with the we'll leave them with the
Cheers,
trailer.
Dee.
Thank you so much.
Ciao.
See you guys later.
Hello there, Dee Christopher here at the Magician's Table in London. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk to you about my new wallet, Shadow 2. In the 5 years since the original Shadow wallet was released, I've been quietly improving each one of the features, gathering notes from friends at conventions, and developing a brand new cloaking mechanism alongside the legendary Masuda. While you will still receive all of the gaps required to do my thought of card in wallet, I've now expanded the index to 12 ounce, which opens up different possibilities, the ability to do star sign predictions, hours of the day, and many other things. And on the index is now face to face, which means it's much easier to slide a card into the peak section, and the index will still hide in between banknotes that you've got in this main section of the wallet. So let's talk about the main event, the peak. Over the last few years, Masuda and I have been developing a brand new version of his WoW gimmick. This version is completely flexible, so you can squeeze the wallet to access the index without damaging anything. It can be switched on and off from the middle through this little thumb hole. It locks in each position, so you're not going to go too far or too far back, and it creates a perfect view of whatever is placed inside this front pocket here. Shadow 2 comes in two different colorways. It comes in the executive sleek black leather, and also in the edgier, more robust crazy horse leather, which will develop a beautiful patina through the years of use you will get out of this tool. This is the ultimate minimalist mentalist wallet, now perfected. This is Shadow 2. Get yours now at your favorite 1914 dealer. And I guess now for me, it's showtime.